All right, what's up, y'all? I'm doing some meal prep in the background, so you might hear this going off. And obviously, I got my attention on everything was going on. Um, yo, what's up, y'all? So, look, I just want to make a quick video to say this because it was on my mind. Right now, I'm doing some meal prep, so I figured, look, this is on my mind. Let me go ahead and tell the followers right now. What I realized is that not getting lean, not getting in shape is 99% excuses. It really is. People try to justify their mistakes, their actions, because it sounds easier to them. Oh, I need to do this. Oh, I need to do that. Oh, I need to do this. Or their excuses like, oh, well, I'll start tomorrow. I'll start the next day. I'll start another day. Or it's just so hard to turn down the food when they offer it, right? I've heard these things many times, right? And you realize when you become lean or when you embark on your own personal fitness journey, no matter where you are, right? It's what matters the most is that you are trying and you are being consistent, right? Because if you're trying but you're not being consistent, then you're still going backwards. You're in the same place. You know what I'm saying? But if you're trying, but you're also being consistent, no matter how much it is, you are still inching forward no matter what, right? So what I realize is that it's physically impossible to relate to people who make excuses when you get on this journey, no matter where you are on the journey, because people want things to be handed to them on a silver platter without doing any freaking work, right? Without doing any freaking work, right? Right. And, I know there's a whole craze of, people taking, all the Retas and whatever the case is. Which to clarify, look, if you're just taking all that and you're like 40% body fat and you don't lift weights, you don't do anything, you just sit around and take that, you're gonna lose more muscle, and you're still gonna look skinny fat. So you're not even gonna make progress. So, anyways, that's what I'm talking about. People who want to embark on this journey of getting lean or putting on muscle mass and losing body fat, once you go on this journey for yourself, you realize that you just physically can't relate to people who make excuses, right? When someone says, "Oh yeah, my leg hurts, so I'm just gonna start tomorrow," well, you could work arms, or you can do some light work on your legs to maybe try to improve that, right? Like people, if you really want something, you make a way for it. You know what I mean? The same way that these people will sit around in the McDonald's line or the McDonald's line, Chick-fil-A line for 2 hours, In and Out line for 2 hours just to wait for their food. They made a way for that, right? The same time you spent sitting in that line just to get some junk food, you know what I'm saying? You could have been in the gym for about 20 to 30 minutes at the minimum, right? And you could have made more progress on your body, more progress on your mental health. Because everyone, as you know, all this stuff goes together. Body, body positivity, right? That whole body positivity. Look, the only way you're gonna have body positivity is if you actually like your body. And before these people get in the comments, some of these people, oh, thick is beautiful. This shut up. I don't want to hear none of that. Get out of my face with that. You guys are coping. That's all cope, right? Because at the end of the day, when you try to get into them jeans that don't fit and you had to go to Walmart and buy a size 40 or fucking 50, 40 or 50 at Walmart, you're gonna feel the difference. I know you do. So I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear any of that cope. So, anyways, people will make excuses for things that they don't want to do, and then they'll try to justify for things that they do want to do when you know the right answer, right? The same reason, oh, I'm off of work late. Let me just go ahead and hop in the Bojangles line. Oh, I'm off of work late. Let me go stop at Arby's and get a 2 for $5 or whatever the heck they sell over there. People make room for the things they really want. And that's the thing. So once you get on this journey, y'all, and you start to get lean or you start to get in shape or you at least start making stepping stones, people who come to you excuses, it's you just can't relate to it anymore. It's just hard to listen to. Like people, like here's the thing, like, and me, by the way, guys, I will be opening up one-on-one training in a couple of weeks. Keep an eye out for that. I will put the link in the bio for that. Everything will be listed for people who want to make a transformation that can help them, that's sustainable, that makes sense to them, right, for their lifestyle. But it's physically hard to relate to people who make excuses for not making any progress in their life. You know what I mean? Um, Guys, there's just no room for that. There's no room for that. And what I've realized in what I've totally realized based on just people I've seen or interacted with in day-to-day life, or even acquaintances or whatever, is that one of the main reasons that hold them back is that they don't know how to use the word no, for one, and then two, they take things as it is, right? I had someone ask me, like, I had someone say to me, oh yeah, it's so hard to turn down stuff, it's so hard to turn down this or that, and my answer to that was simply, well, I just make sure I have my food prepared and I eat from the food I have prepared. And it's really that simple. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, oh yeah, no, I had this, I had that, and I had this. I'm like, oh, okay. So now it's a control thing for you, right? Now you're saying, oh, I've already had this, I already had that. So you already hit your calorie goal for the day. But then someone offer you some donuts, someone offer you some chips, trail mix, and you say yes to that. That means you don't want it that you don't want it bad enough. And people are like, well, it's so hard to suppress appetite. You know what I mean? It's so hard to suppress appetite. I guess you guys will find this hard to believe for everyone who's in the who's on the GLPs, whatever. Um, you know what I'm saying? If you're like 50, 60, if you're like really obese, first of all, I'm not knocking it. I have no opinion on that. But the thing is, you still won't make progress if you're not watching the type of foods you're putting in your mouth. Matter of fact, I would like to wager you guys this. If you were to eat at a surplus of 1,000 calories and it was actually healthy foods, you would probably still be better off than someone who's eating at a deficit and just putting any random junk from the fast food line in their mouth at a deficit. Yeah, no, it's calories in, calories out. Yes, I understand that. But I'm telling you that you guys not focused on what you're eating. You're not focusing on tracking. You're not focusing on macros. You're not focusing on nothing. You guys want quick results. That's not how this journey works. So you guys are going to realize this when you get on the journey. It's going to be hard to relate to people who make excuses. It's going to be hard to relate to people who say, "Oh, I can't make it to the gym today because my son was not, my son was sick." Okay. Oh, I can't make it because I had to go get my tire changed. Okay. Did I take your whole day? Oh, yeah. I didn't want to turn down the food that they offered because it was Sam's birthday. Did you have to eat it? People will literally look for excuses to put anything into their mouth. And it's so funny because guess what? If you live in America, you have ample options. That means instead of buying that Coke that has 20, 30 grams of sugar, you can literally get a diet free Coke, like a Diet Coke or a sugar free Coke. People choose to make dumb decisions. Like you have to choose to make these dumb decisions, y'all, because you have more than enough options. You just can't relate to people who you guys are gonna realize that you're just not gonna be related to people who don't know how to lock in or who don't take things seriously. Your mind shift, your mindset is just gonna change once you get on this journey, y'all, and that's just something you have to come to terms with. You know what I'm saying? I'm out.